So you've just dropped $300 on a brand new hair system, you're feeling good, you're feeling confident about it, but then you get into the barber's chair, and an hour later you're staring in the mirror thinking, what on earth have I just wasted my money on? Don't worry guys, I've been there, and so have countless others. It's pretty much a rite of passage when it comes to your hair system journey, so don't worry about this. But lucky you, because after watching this, you're not going to have to go through the same thing that I did. And I'm going to be exposing why barbers without hair system training have no clue how to cut a hair system, because it is so different to cutting normal hair. Hey, I'm Adam, and welcome back to Revive Your Hair, the channel that cuts through all of the BS, helps you take control of your hair loss, and aids you in taking control of your hair system journey. Now, before we start, I want to apologize for my hair system that I've got on right now. It's at the end of its life. It's on the verge of retirement. I'm literally getting another one cut in next week, so I do apologize. It does look knackered. I've literally been putting product in it every single day. I've used it, I've abused it, and next week it's time to go. Now, here's the truth. Barbers are amazing. They're amazing when it comes to cutting real hair. But when it comes to hair systems, without the right training, they're often out of their depth. Systems behave very differently to normal hair. Number one, it doesn't grow back. Number two, there's no clear parting or growth direction. And number three, and weirdly, I had a nightmare about this the other night, it's all about the blend. This is probably the most important thing. One wrong snip can really destroy the illusion. What are the most common mistakes I've seen from ordinary barbers who try and cut in hair systems? Firstly, they try and thin out the top too much. They try and thin out the actual hair system. And at times, this actually exposes the actual base, which is the last thing that you want. I've also come across barbers who literally use clippers right up to the base. You just can't do that. It exposes the base, but not only that, it also causes the hair to actually stick up on end on the system. If you go too short, it just sticks up. And the other most common mistake I've seen is they try and blend a hair system like you would normal hair, and it just doesn't work like that. So more often than not, the result, if you go down to your local barber in town and you say, look, I've got this hair system, I've got this toupee, can you cut it in? They say yes. Well, to be honest, without any reasonable training, you go in looking for confidence, you can come out looking like a plucked parrot. Now, let me give you my own personal story with this. Several years ago, when I was very early on into my hair system journey, I didn't realize the importance of seeing a barber or a stylist who was trained in cutting hair systems. I thought I could just go to an ordinary barber, which is what I did. I went to an ordinary barber, not local to me at the moment. I went in wearing the hair system. It was already attached to my head. I explained that I call it a toupee because not many people outside of the hair system world know that it's called a hair system or refer to it that way. And he said, yep, no problem. What do you want? And I said, I want like a zero, sort of mid fade. I want you to sort of cut the system like maybe half an inch to maximum 1 inch. And he said, not a problem. Well, it turned out there was a problem because a few things happened. Number one, he went far too aggressive on the actual system itself and exposed parts of the base for two reasons. Number one, he went with thinning shears really heavily on the actual hair system itself. He also, unbeknownst to me at the time, went far too short on the actual hair system hair, which caused it to stick up and it didn't land naturally on my side hair. And there was nothing that I could do to make that look normal. And this was such a humbling lesson for me, but a lesson nonetheless. And ever since that time, I've never gone back to an ordinary barber who has no training in hair systems. Now, a couple of you guys are probably going, but Adam, I swear you say you go to like the barber regularly to get your side hair cut. Well, yes, I do, but that is my natural hair. They don't touch the hair system. They only touch my natural hair. They'll give me a skin fade on the side, but they don't touch the hair system hair. They don't touch the hair system base. They do what they're good at. They stick to the natural hair. I always see Myra, my hair system stylist, whenever I'm getting a new hair system cut in. Why? Because she knows what she's doing. She's been doing it for years. And if you're based in the southeast of the UK or anywhere in the UK, she does do remote cut-ins as well. But if you're based in London or the southeast, you can go and see her for your hair system to get cut in. All of that information is in the description box. She's also got an online booking system. I actually tried it for the first time the other day. It works really well. So how do you find the right stylist? Well, what I'm going to say now is going to sound incredibly obvious, but you'd be amazed by how many people don't actually do this and the number of questions I get around this. I'm also going to talk more about this in my online video courses when they land so that you're notified when those courses go live. I'm super excited about it. But the first thing that you need to do is to just go on Google and search non-surgical hair replacement or custom hair system cuts, anything like that, and then the nearest city that you live in. Why do I say the nearest city? Well, predominantly, hair system stylists tend to work in cities just because there's more people and they can serve more clients. So for instance, in my case, my nearest city, I think it's a city, is Brighton. So I would literally just type in hair system stylist Brighton or non-surgical hair replacement Brighton, anything along those lines. Another option, if you're savvy with AI, you might want to just go on ChatGPT and just type in the same thing and see what it comes up with. They might be able to be a little bit more specific, giving you such thing as pricing lists, testimonials. Now, once you've found your person, I want you to do two really important things. Number one, I want you to check if they've got a gallery. If they've got a gallery, that's a green flag. Make sure you have a look at that and see how good the blends are. I'm going to say this again, see how good the blends are. This is the most important part of finding the right hair system stylist or barber for you. I know, for instance, that Hair Repair Club, based up in Derby and now pretty much all over the UK as well, they have some great galleries. They've got a great Instagram channel where they show before and afters. The blends are absolutely fantastic. You want to make sure you're getting someone who's got experience in it and who gets it. Once you're happy with that, I want you to book a consultation and I want you to make sure that you bring some reference photos with you, how you want your hair to look. I always do this with my when I go, I'm like, this is what I want it to look like. It's a much more accurate way of giving them an image of how you want your system to look rather than just saying, I want it to look like this. Stylists and barbers are generally very visual people. They are visual learners. They will get a much better grasp of what you're looking for if you can actually show them an image or video of the kind of style you're going for. If you want to get really specific, you might even want to say, I want to go for sort of like this density, maybe like a medium density or like a lighter density. Maybe you want to go into like what sort of direction you want your hair to go at the front. Maybe you want to give them an idea of like what direction you want your hair to go at the front. I always say to Myra, I want my hair to go this way or that way. Also, at this point, get active in the hair system community. You can post as an anonymous member if you so want. There's a great Facebook group out there, which is in my description box. There's also a subreddit which you can join. People on there may well be able to recommend stylists or barbers in your area that they've used in the past. There's nothing like a personal testimonial. Look, hair systems are amazing, but you want to make sure they're done right. You can save a heck of a lot of money when it comes to hair systems by following my content. But with things like getting the right barber or the right stylist, I always encourage my viewers to push the boat out a little bit because you really can't compromise on the quality when it comes to basically getting that fit. Because if you just go to a barber down the road, they don't know what they're doing. As I've explained, hair system hair is very different to normal hair. And if they make a big mistake, you might have to end up spending $300 in a week or two. You don't want to do that and you don't need to do that. Now, what people might find helpful when watching this video is if you're able to drop in the comments your local hair system stylist. Who knows, someone viewing the video might live in your area and they might find this really helpful. They might be looking for a hair system stylist. They may well be new to hair systems and basically be panicking because they can't find someone who can cut it in. So let me know in the comments box below who your stylist is, who your barber is, and where in the world they are. Please give this video a like if it helped you out, and I will see you in the next one where I will still have this dusted old hair system for one more video. I cannot wait to get my next one because there's nothing like a fresh hair system. Till next time, guys, see you soon.